So there's this quote that just entered my mind, and I don't know where this quote comes from. Hopefully, not some communist country, but it goes like this: extraordinary times call for what's that? Well, I just thought about it and then I just forgot about it. Extraordinary times or situations call for extraordinary um, reactions or something to that extent. Now I forget the wording. Okay, see, now that I'm on video, I forget the exact wording, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Extraordinary times call for extraordinary actions or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, I think in my mind, because I'm such a germaphobe and it's always been hard on me, now it just has been extremely, extremely difficult for me to do anything because I have to, in my mind, because I'm always thinking about it. It never leaves my mind. Like I can never just, I would say I'm normal, and I'd say everybody else is brainless. That's the way I see it. Okay, I don't see it as a problem. I see it as everybody else is the problem because nobody thinks about it, but I'm always thinking about it. And I never did like to be around people anyway, and I never did like being around people who are coughing anyway. But now in the year 2020, it's just gotten so much worse for me. Today I was trying to buy something at a thrift store, right? Because I like to try to save money whenever I can. And this I wouldn't even call him a gentleman. I'd call him a jerk. Was coughing, and he didn't even have a proper face covering. He had one of those floppy handkerchiefs hanging off his mouth. It wasn't even covered, and he was coughing, and it just shot chills in my head, in my mind, in my body. I needed to leave. Like that's all I could think about. I couldn't even think about shopping anymore. All I could think about was getting away from him and getting out of that place. And it's like that for me. Anywhere I go, if I hear someone even out in back in the distance coughing, all I can think about is getting out of there, and it ruins everything because I can't finish doing what I was trying to set out to do in the first place, which is buy something to wear or buy something to eat, and that's all I can get. All I can think about after I hear a coughing is getting out of there. And when people get too close to me, I get like that. I stop what I'm doing and I get away. I try to get away from them. And it's hard sometimes. You want to look for something and you can't look for that particular thing because there's someone standing right there and they will not leave. And it happens again and again and again. And it happens too often. Too often I end up going to the store and not getting everything I need to get, which just means I have to go back again. You know? And what I'd like to say is these extraordinary times, I think in my mind that people who cough shouldn't be allowed to go out in public because even though you could argue and say, well, it's just it's smokers cough or whatever. No, I would say that's not relevant at this point in time because it's asymptomatic, and when you cough or you talk, it just makes it worse. It's like it's bad enough breathing, shedding and breathing and shedding and breathing, and it's shedding out and it's shedding, and you're in a cloud of it. It's even with a face covering. Without a face covering, all bets are off because it's not just a cloud, it's scattering, okay? So I would say coughing through a face covering is just as bad as no face covering because the force of it's shooting out through whatever you're covered up with, okay? And it doesn't make any sense to even have a covering on at that point, and it's because it's not stopping anything from going anywhere at once, okay? That's how I'm a germaphobe. That's how I think. That's how things are. Most people don't think about it. They don't care. They think it's not going to happen. Whatever. They don't care about their health anyway because they're probably smokers anyway. And a lot of people, they don't care. They eat junk food all day. They drink sodas, they smoke, they take whatever drugs off the shelves or whatever. And I'm very much into health. Taking anything even just off the shelf, I would give that a really, really deep thought because in case you don't know, all our medications and everything you get injected into you is made in, well, let's just say a country that starts with a C, and pretty much dominating everything at this point, and even our media is dominated at this point. And I'm not going to go into it anymore. If anyone listens to mainstream, you're brain dead. Take care.